tell us about yourself, your name, and what you do on a day-to-day basis?
My name is Haneefah Adam. I'm a self-taught visual artist, and on a day-to-day basis, if I'm not raising my kids, I'm creating art.
What kind of art do you create?
I'm a multidisciplinary artist, so my work has like a wide range. So I create experimental art by using food to create art. I also use traditional art materials, really. I love watercolor. I also bring my art to life by making sure that there is motion on it, by using stop motion video to bring it out to light.
So do you paint with typical brushes, pencils, etc.?
I do. Sorry.
Or are you more digital in your approach?
I'm actually quite more digital in my approach because of the content creation angle. Social media has been an integral part of my process and my art publishing. So I'm always capturing the artworks. And because I use food, it's not something that can be permanent unless like maybe there's a whole long process to it. So I have to capture it with photography and video to share it with my followings on social media.
So you made a name for yourself in a sense by being featured on the Google homepage.
Yay!
Google's Doodles.
Yeah.
Okay then to call you a doodler?
Not really. Google Doodle is not about doodles, really. It's more about like typography, like creating art around Google logos. So I created food art using jollof rice around Google logo. I don't know if I'll call myself a doodler. I'm an artist. So.
Okay, so what inspired that very one that you did, the jollof one?
Okay, you could see like different aspects on the video. There is the part where the ingredients was coming down into the pot. The pot was a very integral aspect of the final artwork itself because it's the big aluminum pot that we use to cook jollof rice on the open wood fire outside to give it that delicious smoky flavor. So because that's like a cultural aspect to it, I had to feature it inside. So I was just very lucky to see a miniature version and used. And it changed from the pot to like a green bowl, the Google green color. And it just came together nicely and it was like really beautiful. So it was just that storytelling, celebrating Nigerian's culture, not only Nigerian culture, a lot of African countries like eat jollof rice, so yeah.
So how did that land on the Google homepage? Did they reach out to you? Did you upload it somewhere? What happened?
The head of Google Doodle then, Angelica, she reached out to me. She was researching like food artists, like someone that can bring our idea to life. She wanted to like celebrate West African culture then. So she Googled me. So that I've done like I had an extensive body of work online already. I had created food art using jollof. I created the world map using jollof. I created like a female portrait. I've also done like a couple of typography artworks with jollof. So when she saw it, she reached out to me. I mean, it's a global world. You can reach out to me through social media or anything. So she DM'd me. I think she emailed. She emailed me and she invited me to be a guest doodle artist for, the Google Doodle. So we went from there. We started discussing ideas and there were a lot of like concepts, sketches and everything. And that one was the one that was chosen. And we did it quite like a few test runs and that was the final result.
So it wasn't like you had already created it and then they decided to use it?
Oh no.
With them?
I created it with them. What I've actually created with food before, the Google logo, there is this hashtag on Instagram, MySuperG. Google features artists all over the world that create Google's G logo with different kind of materials. So I created 3 actually. I used amala and abula to create 1 G. I used water droplets to take another, colored water droplets to create another. And the 3rd one was using typography, digital art. And they featured the droplets one. But that's not relating to Google Doodle. But maybe that was like showing what will happen in the future.
Did they pay for using it?
Oh, they paid me. Yes, there's a commission that is paid for guests, artists that come on the Google Doodle.
Can you give us a range?
It's less than $10,000.
Okay. I think that would work. Would you say that being featured on the Google homepage with your art was a dream come true? Was it something that you thought of, all the years when you were, I guess, a struggling artist?
It was a dream come true. As an artist, what you love is that for your work to be seen everywhere, internationally, far and wide, and for it to be celebrated and for it to have your story out there. So it was a very, very lovely experience, like getting to have that on Google. A lot of people were happy about it. Nigerians were really proud because they saw the jollof rice and they saw that, oh, it's a Nigerian artist that created the jollof, and we're like, yes, we won the jollof wars. Sorry, Ghana.
So what did having your artwork on Google do to your career as an artist?
As an artist, visibility is a lot of things. It helps with your work a lot. It would also help if the right people see it. It opens avenues for like collaborations with other people where they see that what you can do, they can see that they can work with you, or if other people want to put you on their campaigns. Because with my food art, I already work with a few brands where I work with the marketing team to like bring campaigns to life, or even in adverts or things like that. So it really helps with visibility. It helps that your work is out there and a lot of people appreciate it.
So apart from what you do as an artist, you have sort of like a day job.
Do I have a day job? Yes.
Tell us about that.
I actually wear many hats. Being an artist is like the first main one. I love to create. I would always be an artist. And the second one, motherhood, it's very important to me, and I also see that as work. Also, I work with a Web3 company as the head of content. I work with a lovely team. We reward people with social tokens for doing good. So it's like a social impact company. It's very lovely.
That's beautiful. So seeing that you are doing a lot more with your art, is that affecting other aspects of your life?
A lot of people ask me how I balance things. I said drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. But I don't know how. I think when you love what you do, you find a way to like make everything work. I don't really know how I'm making it work, but there's a way where I'm very intentional about what I do. So even if I'm not doing something all the time, there is like this consistent effort where I know I'm not abandoning it totally. So I do everything at the same time. And when you work for a company, that one forces you into having like a form of structure. You have to show up for you to get paid your salary. So that one, you have to show up. And for other things, you just have to like be consistent and just stay true to yourself and just try to make everything work, I guess.
So, with your new street credibility...
Am I nice? Street credibility. Check your fans.
What are you looking
Okay, sorry. I don't know the song.
What are you looking to accomplish in design and art?
So, I feel like in a few years, I'm very interested in product design. So, it's something I'm going to be like thinking about a lot. Art is not about just creating something for aesthetic functions. It's also about like creating a feeling, creating things that are functional as well. So it's apart from like creating just art. I mean, just recently I created a pattern with ewedu and gbegiri on it. You saw that? Yeah. So you see, when I put it together in Photoshop, it looks like a fabric. So I'm looking for a digital printer that will put it on the fabric for me so that I can make a lovely skirt. But I don't like limit myself into one thing. So I'm always doing different things together. So I would really love to go into products. And I love teaching. So it would be lovely to like be able to either collaborate with other people or actually impart knowledge with what I know now. Yeah.
Speaking of teaching, what kind of tools do you use if anyone wants to start a career in art or design? What tools should they perhaps get?
So there are two parts to that. When I first started, I was using ring lights, this sort of like cheap lights and my DSL camera. And when I was shooting stop motion videos, I would take a lot of pictures and edit it together in iMovie. But right now, I'm helping myself into like evolving, as an artist, you have to evolve and try and make your work better by maybe getting better gears if you're able to afford it. So right now I'm using Dragon Frame for my stop motion. I'm using like better professional lighting. And what camera do I use? I think Sony Alpha 133 something, I don't know. But yeah, just like a really good camera, good lighting, Dragon's Frame software for my stop motion. And I still use iMovie to edit the videos. I'm trying to learn Adobe Premiere. But now, I know how to use Photoshop. I know how to use which one? Oh, I know how to use Lightroom now too. I wasn't using it until like 1 month ago. So I just tried to like improve my crafts, and that's what's happening.
Are there people who are doing the same thing that you do who you look up to?
So here's the thing with that question. Somebody using Nigerian like indigenous food arts, I don't know. But there are other like amazing internationally acclaimed food artists that I look up to, especially like in this age of social media. A lot of people are putting things out there on social media, so I get inspiration from them. I get inspiration from around me and my stories that I want to tell. But using Ewedu, nobody else uses it. It's like me that uses Ewedu and Amala. So yeah. But you know how like in art you have to like look for something that would make you different, and exactly so that's why I use like Nigerian food to create my own.
For women who are watching, or anyone for that matter, is this very rewarding?
It is rewarding, yeah.
How do you get clients?
So here is the thing. People reach out to me to like ask for collaborations and things like that. So I build relationships from there. As a creative, is that like you are there and people reach out to you, or as a creative, you have an agent, you have a manager that goes out to look for jobs and everything. So right now, I'm still an independent artist. So yeah.
So how long has it taken you to get to this level of expertise that you have as a digital artist? Food artist.
Yeah, it's taken up to about 8 years, because I started in 2015, 16, by playing with food materials a little bit, with grains and things like that, and illustrating around it. Then in 2016, I won a food art competition that was organized by Relay Gallery and Samsung. Yeah, so that actually catapulted my career, and I thought that, I think I can do this as a career, and I started doing it. So that was like 7 years ago, and here we are.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the theme for this year's International Women's Day is Embrace Equity. There you go. What does that mean to you, and how do you think it can be, I guess, interpreted for people in your industry?
Equity to me is providing everyone that has different abilities with unique resources for them to actually play on a level ground. So I think it's important to help people to reach their full potential with whatever they need, because not everybody needs the same thing to reach their full potential. So that's what equity means to me. It's not like equality, giving everybody the same thing, because people are different. So you give everybody what's unique to them that will help them be great. Especially for women, women's needs are different from men's needs. So you need to work closely with girls and women to help them in their own unique situations to help them grow and achieve whatever they want to achieve.
All right. Thank you so much, Haneefah, for
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you. I wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you. Amen. I'm on money.